Hey, I'm late. I was writing a song. I was in the middle of writing a song. Yeah, writing a song. Yes. Hold on. I gotta tame this down a little bit. It's so bright out there. There we go. Um, Sorry for the late arrival. Let me get the chat up here, and we will get into our lesson. I hope people are gonna come back. Yeah. At any rate, let me. Boy, time goes by when you're having fun. We're writing a song called Code Rum. It's a reggae song that's for a Parrot Head album that I'm working on with a guy named John McDonald. You can look him up. He's a Parrot Head dude, man. He's pretty cool. Let me go online. Let me go here and open the chat. Let's see if I've got that open somewhere. Do I have chat? No, I'll have to go get it. Hold on, I gotta go to bookmarks. Go down to CreatiVets and go over here to, here we go. Opening it up. There we are. And then we're gonna move this over like that, and then move this over like that. Okay. Oh, it's asking for a password today. Email. Let's see if we can log in here. Yep, hooray. Chat is waiting. Good. All right. All right. And see, I need to get, oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know if we need, let's see, I got a text here. Let me see if it might be Brad saying, where am I? Help. Yeah, he's asking, where am I? Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we are. Okay, good to go. Good. Mr. 2, all right. We'll wait for a minute to get everything, get some people on board. And I'm going to go get my my stuff for the lessons today. Let's see. It's over here. All right. Yeah, man, I was writing a really cool song. Here, I'll play the song for you while we're waiting. We need to kill some time anyway. Let's see, where will I find it on the intronets? Oh, that's this thing. Hold on, let me see. Let's print that, and we'll print just the first page. That's all right. See if that'll print. And yes, it's printing. All right, good. Now we'll go back to where did my, oh, there it is. The best songwriter of all time, as you can, thanks for the question, Dark Star. This is very subjective. the best songwriter of all time, it depends on what you mean by best of all time. And there's also different eras. There's, when popular songs were first being written, Foster was the greatest songwriter, during the Civil War era. Was it Stephen Foster? Is that right? It's been a long time since I thought about him. And then you have the Tin Pan Alley days, geez. There were so many great writers during Tin Pan Alley. And those songs are just, they live on literally forever. Oh, yeah, of course, Bob Dylan, come on, are you kidding me? He would easily, without any trouble at all, would easily be the greatest, contemporary songwriter of all time. Easily. There's no one would ever question that. Another great songwriter, if you're looking at country, would be Harlan Howard. Harlan Howard wrote, look him up on Wikipedia. How many number ones did he have? He wrote Tiger by the Tail, and then he goes on and on and on. It's just unbelievable, the amount of songs that he's written over 5 decades. And of course, Irving Berlin, right? Neil Young is amazing. Neil Young would be another. Neil Young is I would put him under the rebel, one of the greatest rebel writers of all time, because you can't predict where Neil's going to be. He's 1 minute he's doing, Harvest, and the next minute he's doing, was it the Mustangs? What was the name of his band? Something about horses. What was it? The Crazy Horse. Then he's doing crazy, feedback guitar with Crazy Horse. But yes, Neil Young, absolutely, positively, and for sure. I love Neil Young. And for the brief period, hey there, Mr. 2. We got that's a Sparks bot. Okay, great. All right. Let's see. I wanted to sing you this song here. Let's see if I can get it. See. No, up a little higher. I'm doing my my 3-string. This is an album of Parrot Head and reggae songs. So it goes something like this. Let's see. Brand new song, so gonna be mistakes here. Everybody got a code of life they live by every day. Down in the Keys we got a whole new way of thinking, like a pirate singing code rum. Everybody have fun, every little thing will be alright. Code rum, living high as the sun. So get your pirate on and free your spirit tonight. You. So if you wake up on a Monday thinking that Friday's far away, just remember, if you're sipping on a mojito, suddenly it's Friday, and the waves are breaking my way. Code rum, we believe in the fun, every little thing will be alright. Code rum, living high as the sun, so get your pirate on and free your spirit tonight. diving into life, deep as the ocean, drinking up the sunset with the moonlight coming on. Ba-da-da-da-da. Tonight is right to get the party in motion. Yeah. Good times are coming on. Good times are coming on. Sing along, yeah, quarter rum. We believe in the fun. Every little thing will be alright. Quarter rum. Living high as the sun. Get your part on. Free your spirit tonight. Free your spirit tonight. Free your spirit tonight. Free spirit tonight. There you go. New song, brand new. Just finished it, well, 5 minutes ago. Right? That's what I was doing, and that's why I'm late. Code Rum. Now, it turns out that Code Rum is a custom brand of rum that's made where? In Florida, where all the parrot heads live, right? Well, not all of them. They live all over the world, really, but yeah, you got the idea. And man, did we struggle with that song. We struggled and struggled with that song. I can give you, I wonder if I should give you some of the bad stuff we came up with on that. I mean, I can give you a little rundown of that song if you want. Let's see. Okay, while I'm doing this, I won't be able to see any of the chats, so you'll have to. Let me just move this. I'm going to show you, not show you, but I'm going to talk to you about. Let me move this over here so I can find it easier. There we go. Oh, what happened? Everything disappeared. Oh dear. All right, well that's all right. I'll open up another thing here. Let's see, did I lose the chat? No, I still got it. Okay, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna open up my docs, and we're gonna go to Code Rum. There it is. Now, just to show you just to tell you about some of the rewrites that we did on this. We said to ourselves, okay, Code Rum is the name of the rum, right? So we want to talk about. We did what we call a headline exercise, and a headline exercise consists of two things. Okay, it consists of what's the emotional message, right? And the second thing is, what's the story that's going to get this emotional message across, right? So we always write down, what are we trying to say? And I think I even have a sentence here. I think I even have a thing. Let's see if I kept it. This song can be an anthemic jingle to get listeners to buy the product, Code Rum. The message is emotional. You too can have fun being a modern-day pirate like Captain Johnny Ringo. The groove is up-tempo, tropical disco, right? And so that's what we started with. And then we're just brainstorming a modern-day pirate, Captain Johnny Ringo, which is the name of the fictitious character that is on the picture of Code Rum. Apparently, there's a pirate involved in this, and he delves deep into life. He dives deep as an ocean, searching for shipwrecks off the Florida coast, hanging down in the Keys, under tiki huts and beaches, and on beaches. Fearless seafarer, a free spirit, loving life, seeking adventure, love the sun, bringing the party. So we used some of these things. We used diving deep into life. We used that. We use Deep as an Ocean. We use that. We didn't use salvaging wrecks and all that because that's too what I call technical writing. Like when a doctor's talking, or when a therapist is talking, or when a geologist is talking, or an accountant. I call that technical talk. So I didn't want to talk about, like salvaging shipwrecks. It is too weird. So we eliminated that kind of talk. And then let's see what else we did here. It takes an attitude of piratitude, piratitude. And we said, oh, that's pretty clever, but I don't know if that's going to fit in or not. And then the other thing we did was, let me just see what we're doing here. Oh yeah, it is a shame that people die and take their talents with them. Yes, that it is. Yeah, I mean, when Merle Haggard died, man, I cried for 3 days. I'm telling you, as one of the greatest songwriters that ever lived. Talking about greatest songwriters that ever lived. I mean, Jesus, you want to hear a song? Let's see. I live the kind. No, I'm gonna have to go higher. I live the kind. I live the kind of life. I live the kind of life most men only dream of. Wow, it's higher up than I thought it was. I live the kind of life most men only dream of. Make my living writing songs and singing them. But I'm 41 years old and I ain't got no place to go when it's over. So I'll hide my age and take the stage, try to kick the footlights out again. Is that cool? Is that a cool song? I mean, come on, man. What a great song. I take this old guitar, throw this old guitar across the stage, and the bass man takes the bar. It's been a while since I've sang it, so I don't know all the words, but I mean, man, what a guy. Another great song of his was Alice, please believe me. Alice, can't go on and on. Can't go on and on. Holding things together ain't no easy thing to do. When it comes to raising children, it's a job meant for two. Alice, please believe me, I can't go on and on, holding things together with you gone. Today was Angie's birthday. I guess it slipped your mind. I tried 2 times to call you with no answer either time. So I So the postman brought a present I mailed 3 days ago, and I signed it love from Mama, so Angie wouldn't know. Holding things together, and on and on. That song makes me cry literally every time I play that damn thing. I mean, literally, I'm holding back the tears right now. And I signed it, love from Mama, so Angie wouldn't know. Freak me out, that song. God. Woo. At any rate, where were we? Oh yeah, I was telling you how we came around to this song. So we did a whole lot of brainstorming, right? And we did a million code rums. Like we did Code Rum, Free the Spirit, Having Fun. Code Rum, Take Our Fun Seriously. That's pretty cool. Code Rum, Because Life is Short, Enjoy It While You Can. Code Rum. It's as simple as key lime pie, partying in the happy hours, blah, blah. It goes on, right? Riviera Beach, Key Largo, Palm Beach. We did a lot of studying here. But then we realized, well, wait a minute, we got to get back to talking about the headline. The headline is, we have a code of life that we're going to live by, which is having fun, right? And Code Rum is going to help us. But we don't want to encourage people to get too drunk, right? We don't want to encourage them to get smashed. So we just want to talk about the good life. So we decided on the opening line being, everybody's got a code of life they live by every day. And then, okay, so everyone's got a code of life. So what would Code Rum's life be like? We say, down in the Keys, we got a whole new way of thinking. And that was originally a whole new way of living, like a pirate singing. Code Rum. And man, we had a million Code Rums. We had Code Rum, Everybody Have Fun. Let's see, what were some of the original lyrics here? Code Rum. We had Put Your Faith in the Fun. And then we had, let's see, what were some of the other ones? Code Rum, Everybody Has Fun, Paradise in the Sun, Everybody Getting Lazy, Hazy. Code Rum, got a pirate saying, Code Rum, Free the Spirit, Love Life, anywhere you can party on, Code Rum, party on. So, but we came around to Code Rum, we believe in the fun. So it's a code of life, so we wanted to believe in it. We believe in the fun, and then we wanted just a throwaway line here to keep it light. Every little thing will be all right, which I don't know if any of you have recognized that, but that was a Bob Marley line. So we wanted to pay tribute to Bob Marley and throw that line in there. And then Code Rum, we definitely wanted to keep Get Your Pirate On, because that's to Get Your Pirate On. And then we went, the line before that was, oh man, we had a million of those lines there. What were some of the ones we had in there? Code Rum. Hit the sand with someone. Find a beach with someone. Find a friend and come on. So we had all those lines, but we decided, I was walking actually in doing my walk yesterday, and just this living high as the sun came to me, and I went, oh wow, that's great, because we get the word high in there without saying we're getting drunk. We're living high as the sun. So get your pirate on, free your spirit tonight. So you see how we're editing and we're cutting down. We're getting it. We want to get the drinking terms in there, but we don't want them to sound like get totally messed up. We want to keep it to where we want the high life, but not getting too smashed. And then so the second verse we actually had two verses. We had a verse for the commercial, and for the jingle we came up with, there's a legendary pirate living a perpetual holiday. Captain Johnny Ringo is living hearty. He's bringing the party. Code Rum, right? But then we thought, well, wait a minute. My co-writer, the artist, John McDonald, he's going to put an album out. And we said, we don't want to have a commercial on the album, so let's make it more generic. So we came up with, like Code Rum is like living fun, living all the time. Well, when's the least amount of fun you can have? What day would that be? Well, Monday, right? Monday after the weekend. So we said, hey, if you wake up on a Monday thinking that Friday's far away, and then we had so many lines for the second line. We had a shot of lime. Oh no, let's see. It's so easy to remember that a beach is waiting every day. Just recall what we believe in, that a beach is waiting every day. There's a party in the making, and the beach is waiting every day. There's a jigger full of happy, and it's just a jigger and it's just rum and a lime away, a shot and a lime away. Remember, life is for taking, and the beach is waiting every day. And then I went, oh, well, wait a minute, maybe we should go ahead and get a drink in there. So we said, well, in order to get this to work, we're going to have to say, just remember, right? So, see, where is that song? Code Rum. Everybody, so if you wake up on a Monday thinking that Friday's far away, just remember, you got to say that, just remember. If you're sipping a mojito, suddenly it's Friday, and the waves are breaking my way. Rum. So that way, if you're sipping a mojito, suddenly it's Friday. So mojito represents Friday any time of the day. And the waves are breaking my way. Code Rum, we believe in the fun. Every little thing will be all right. That's kind of the throwaway happy line. And then Code Rum, living high as the sun. Living high on the sun. Get your part. Maybe it's high on the sun. Living high on the sun. Yeah, on the sun sings better than as, doesn't it? Living high on the sun. Yeah, high on the sun. That's good. Living high on the sun. Living high on the sun. So get your pirate on and free your spirit tonight. And then we needed a bridge. So originally we had Code Rum, deep as an ocean. Code Rum, drinking up treasures. Code Rum, with the good times coming on. We had a lot of things with Code Rum. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. For a bridge, we don't have to say the words Code Rum. Why don't we just cut off the Code Rum and say, we're digging into life deep as an ocean. We're drinking up the sunset with the moonlight coming on. Tonight is right to get the party in motion. The good times are coming. The moonlight sinking down. Oh, I see a... Oh, see, we got coming on here, and we got coming on down here. Oh, we're going to have to change that. So, drinking up the sunset with the moonlight. We're going to have to figure out maybe an alternate instead of coming on. The moonlight staring down. That moonlight staring down like me. Moonlight. We'll have to look up. Go to my reliable Wikipedia.com. Not Wikipedia. Sorry, WikiRhymer.com, and see what we're going to do there. I'm gonna put that in. See, like I say, I just wrote the song, just left it literally half an hour ago. So we're going to have to realize that we're going to have to do, there's a moonlight for everyone. There's a moonlight everyone. I'm going to write down everyone because that rhymes. Everyone. So that might be something we can work on, like da 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 da, everyone. Drinking up the sunset. The sunset. There's enough for everyone. ENOUGH 4. There's enough for everyone. Yeah, there we go. There's enough. Drinking up the sunset, or drinking up the moonlight. And there's enough for everyone. Drinking up the sunset. There's enough. So we get sun and enough. So we get a little internal rhyme there. So I'll probably say, drinking up the sunset, there's enough for everyone. That's good. So we're diving into life, deep as an ocean, drinking up the sunset, there's enough for everyone. Oh, that's perfect. Tonight is just right to get the party in motion. The good times are coming on, good times are coming on. Okay, we fixed that. Good. All right, now, so just explaining how because this is still fresh in my mind, so I thought that might be a good thing to talk about. All right, I'm going to go back to the chat and go back to the live camera. I have not been able to see what I'm looking like. Hopefully, my hair's still good. Okay, good. Okay, all right. So you can see how songs. When we're talking about songwriting, professional songs that are getting on the radio and stuff, I mean, you just you got to rewrite. So just to tell you my attitude about that is this: the first idea is not nearly as much fun as the rewriting. I like rewriting much more than the original idea. I always consider the original idea for a song is simply you could say it's the concrete slab for the house, right? Right? Maybe the framework, Yeah, let's say the concrete slab is the idea. That's what's holding everything. That's the emotional message. That's the idea. And the framework is the form that you put it in. Like this song that I just sang you, Code Rum, that is a chorus song. So the framework would be a chorus song. Yeah, all good. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, let me put this in. Let me turn the ringer off in case somebody tries to call me. They're not going to bother us for a while. Okay. Yeah, so when you're writing, the framework is the form you're in, and then as you start to put in the floor and all that, that's your storyline. That's where you're starting to build your story. So you know what your foundation is. It's life can be perpetually good. You don't have to worry about basically worries. Don't worry about the small things. And by the way, everything's a small thing, right? So that's kind of what the emotional message is, and then we're selling that message with Code Rum, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's very cool. Let us go to. We're going to look at. We're going to look at emotional writing today. Just got to find it where it is here. I'm going through my outline here. which, by the way, is on that website. Okay, emotional writing. We have talked about there's only two basic topics in songwriting, either story-driven or emotionally driven. And either one of those can be symbolically driven. Like, I'm going to go to the Big Apple. I'm going to take a bite out of the Big Apple. I'm going to walk down Broadway. I'm going to take over this town. I'm going to take a bite out of this Big Apple, right? So you can do a real story-driven song and use symbols. Or, of course, you can use symbols in emotional writing. You know, dust in the wind, we're all dust in the wind, right? Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit today about emotional writing because it has a very special, it's different than story writing, songs that are based on a story. And I think we went over that the other day. We went over different development techniques. I believe we did that. But emotional writing has a very special and unique difference between it and story writing. The first thing we want to remember, in other words, when I sit down and I'm going to write an emotional song, there's several things that immediately come into my brain. The first thing is I know that music is going to play a very important role. And I'm going to be looking for musical hooks. At least 3 of them, right? I want to have 3 of them. Because that's the rule of 3. You have 3 motives. The exception could be when you have a what we call a groove song. Groove songs often just have 2 motives, right? Just 2. If you look at the James Brown, you know, the funk that he does, he'll get a, you know, and he'll just drive that into the ground, and then finally, where's the bridge? Where's the bridge? And then finally, so it might just have 2 sections. But music, for emotional songs, music plays a very big role. And I like to think that the music is very nailed down. You don't vary it that much because it's so important that you don't want to shift off of it. So our counting, when I'm writing my lyric and I come up with a melody, like I'm just trying to get the key to this. Oh, hi, honey.
Hi.
Oh, look at you.
There you go.
Oh, you must like me. You do. No, I like you back. So I wanted to write a song. Actually, my co-writer came to me with this basic idea about he's talking to his heart, right? Oh, heart. Da 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 da. Oh, da 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 da. See how emotional that melody is? The melody to me is so important on an emotional song, right? Whereas when you're singing a song with a story, you know, we did this before. We went da 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 da. Melody's not so important because we're telling a story, right? But in this song, "Oh Heart," that I wrote, I just wanted this thing to be tender, and you know, I wanted the melody to be singable without any lyrics. So da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. But I just figured out like ain't got a clue what love is about. Heart, hold on, don't let them say goodbye. You're the only one who could change my mind, change my mind. I could let her go. See how tender this melody is? It's so beautiful by itself, isn't it? I mean, I just love this melody. Oh, heart, maybe it's down here, maybe it's up. Oh, heart, need to talk to you. You're the only friend I have. No, that was right. It's just my voice isn't warmed up today. So in a song like this, the first thing I think about, the very first thing I think about is thank you for enjoying that. Thank you, appreciate it. So the first thing I go, oh, this is an emotional song. I've got to have. Let me see if I've got the lyrics to this song, and I'll use this song as an ongoing example as we continue our quest for perfection. Quest for perfection. Because I just printed this lyric. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see if it's over here. Okay. Let me go get that lyric so that we can continue discussing this. Let me go here. It won't take long. Just have to print. I think it's called "Oh Heart." It won't take me but a minute to go get this. O-H. Oh, no, it's called Heart, Hold On. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Heart, H-E-A. Heart. Where the heck is that devil? Heart don't, heart off, heart ache, heart broke, heart heaven. Well, wouldn't you know, the darn thing. It's, oh, I know where it is. It's in documents. Yes, of course. Of course it is. It's not there, it's here. Sorry. Those are for copy lyrics. This is for my original lyrics over here. Heart. Hold on, there it is, good. All right, now we'll print that baby. and we'll have this in just a second. In the meantime, the first thing I think about when I'm writing emotional music, I want to, I know that the music's going to be really important, which I'm showing you with this song. The second thing that I think about is the lyric. Here it is, hard to hold on. Okay? The second thing I think about is the lyric can be very, very simple and stripped down and bare. It doesn't have to have a lot of explanation. It doesn't have to have a lot of details, right? It can, but it often doesn't have details. Let me go back to where I can see you. There you are. And we'll get this up here. Okay, good. There we are. Yes, thank you. Blossomed Wire says, "Good day, sir. I hope you're doing fine." Yes, I am doing fine. I'm watching. I'm watching where I go. I don't pick my nose in public anymore. Go figure. Okay. Luckily, because I'm by myself here in this room, I can't hear all the booing. Ooh, bad joke. So, okay, getting back to emotional writing. First, we know it's music driven. Second of all, we know that it can be very bare bones and stripped down. Today I passed you on the street and my heart fell at your feet. I can't help it. I'm still in love with you. Another man was by your side and you looked so satisfied. I can't help it. I'm still in love with you. I mean, that's really stripped down, right? There is a little bit of a scene there, which is, we're going to talk about that in a minute. The next thing, about that stripped down, the reason why it works is several reasons. First of all, the audience understands that you're in a state of emotional intensity. And when someone is in a state of emotional intensity, they can't always come up with clever stuff. And the audience kind of gets that. They get it. They say, yeah, this music is beautiful, and you're just confessing very simple things. It's okay. Thank you for joining Mrs. OEF5. Thank you. And we got one viewer. Wonderful. Love it, love you. Love you guys, love you gals. This stripped down stuff works because of the music, but it also works because why? It has a very deep sense of honesty, right? We like the honesty. Keep it honest, right? You want the listener to go, boy, I really relate to this. This is a really honest, stripped down, honest statement, right? It really hits me here, The other thing that I think of when I think of an emotional song is I think one of the things I can do to make this simple language more interesting, besides the music, is interesting line length. Like, let's take Yesterday. Listen to the line length of this. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. That's a very interesting line length. Da da da, da 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 da. Whoa. Da 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 da. Really, very, McCartney is a master of line, rhythm, and mixing it up. He'll set up an expectation, because that's what we do when we're writing. We're setting up expectations, and then we either give them what they want or we don't. Like, for instance, you never give me your money. What's the expectation? Da 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 da. But instead, clever little dude, what does he do? Da 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 da. Ooh, that's so. Wonderful little surprise, right? And then here's another one. Da 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 da. So he echoed that second one, but in a different, on a different chord. I break down, dun 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 dun. And then he goes, that's that song that has all the different ones. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight, woo, carry that weight, long time, yeah, carry that weight. Whoa, intense. Anyway, breaking up the line rhythm, really good idea, really good idea. Also, rhyme scheme. Mixing up the rhyme scheme keeps it interesting. So give them something, you think it's predictable, but then you break it up a little bit, right? And you give them a little surprise. Like, I love this thing. You never give me your money. Now we're thinking it's going to be honey, bunny, gunny, right? You only give me your funny papers. He tagged that rhyme. Tagged it. And now watch this. And in the middle of investigation, funny paper, investigation. It's a very soft rhyme, but it's still there. It's there. And your ears hear it. And again, it's totally unpredictable because you're thinking paper, laper, gaper. But instead of in the middle of investigation, we get the A, right? Gation, paper. So is different than shun. But do we care? No. We don't care. Because it's the Beatles. We love the Beatles. Everything they do is simply lovely. We love it. Thank you very much, Paul McCartney, for giving us all those lovely tunes. And John Lennon. And George, of course. George. Never forget George. He wrote some of the best songs the Beatles ever did. I mean, My Guitar Gently Weeps. Shut the fuck. My God. Oh, the unfortunate one says, but it keeps the sibilance though. Oh yes, it does keep the sibilance. Yep. I have a slight reading disability, so sometimes it takes me a while to read things. I'm very, 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 very dyslexic and ADD. But I guess you all know that by now, don't you? Mm-hmm. Kind of figured that out, the way I go off on tangents here and there. We keep it interesting. Okay. So the other thing that emotional writing can benefit from is a poetic style of writing, being poetic and eloquent, like a poem, writing like poetry rather than writing conversational, like I'm talking to you in real life. We can write more what I call composed, right? Like where we sit down and actually compose, Yeah, so that's good. And the last thing is we can use details, we can use physical writing as an example of how we feel, right? And often emotional songs do that. They use physical examples as a way of saying, this is how I feel. Like, you remember when I first met you in that coffee shop, and we exchanged, and you spilled it, you spilled your cup all over me, I knew you were the one for me, or something to be. You were the future meant to be when you spilled that cup of coffee over me. See, I'm a songwriter. I do that stuff. Improvise. Okay, poetic note. So those are things that I'm thinking about right away when I think about writing an emotional song. Is these particular types of things, right? I have emotional themes that I can talk to you about, and that is you can have an emotional confession. So you can have a confession. You can have an emotional story. You can have a physical description, like an object that is an object of your affection, like that old car, that old beat up Ford. It'll be forever, in my memory. Burned like rubber in my history. That old Ford. That old Ford brought my first love. Didn't know what I was thinking of in the back seat that July night. See how I'm using that Ford as a way to get an emotion, very emotional, right? Very emotional song. You can also have conversation. You can have a conversation with your sweetheart. That's here's a conversation. Hold on. Look at us, baby, up all night, tearing our love apart, tearing our love apart. Aren't we the same two people who live through years in the dark, years in the dark? Turn when my heart says turn around and say, oh, when I feel like got to walk away, something tells me turn around and stay, but I can't tell you why. Yeah, boy, that's a nice song. He's talking to this girl. He's actually kind of thinking to her, but it's still a conversation he's having in his head because it's a little bit more poetic than you would say live to someone. So he's probably sitting there in bed thinking these thoughts as he's looking at her fall asleep. He's thinking, God, we're just wasting our time here, At any rate, yeah, that's the conversation. The other thing is a list. You can have a list of things. Toby Keith has a song called The List, which is an extremely emotional song. And then, of course, you can have symbolic things, like heart, oh heart. This song that we're talking about here, this is a symbol, and I'm going to end up talking to this, to my heart, right? Trying to think about how I wrote it here. Oh, the lyric goes, "Oh heart, I need to talk to you. You're the only friend I have. Lovers fight. We've been here before, but it never hurt so bad." You see how this is so generic? There's no real detail here. My hand's at the door, turning the key, bound and determined on setting me free, right? So we do have one image, my hand's at the door. So I did throw an image in there, right? It's kind of cool, right? So suddenly you have a little image embedded in this sort of symbolic thing. Now let's go on. Well, let's sing it. Let's sing it again. Oh, heart, need to talk to you. You're the only friend I have. Lovers fight, we've been here before, but it never hurt so bad. My hand's at the door, turning the key, bound and determined on setting me free. Noticed I juiced that one, right? Heart, hold on. Don't let me say goodbye. You're the only one who could change my mind. Change my mind. I could let her go. I could have watched love die. So heart, hold on and keep this love alive. Keep this love alive. I had to land on the 1 because I'm going to go to the 4 at the beginning of the verse. So that was nice. That's why I went to, and keep this love alive. I could have gone back to the 1, but I thought, no, how about more tension? So I'm going to use the music there at the end of the chorus to create more tension and give you a little surprise chord. And keep that love. I'm still going to go to alive, which is the 1, but I'm going to go alive on the 4, alive, alive. Then a little walk down, na na na, na 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 na. Oh, heart. Now we're going to go into the backstory, right? Going into the backstory. Oh, heart, I remember when she was all the world to me, but now pride is standing strong, or now pride has taken on what lovers used to be. And what's this pride doing? What is it doing? This pride, again, we've personalized, we've personified the heart, so now we're personifying pride, right? Perfect. 2 personifications in one song. Oh my God. So it's begging me, go. But I just figured out, I love this line. This is a songwriting line here. Pride ain't got a clue. Well, let me just sing it to you. Oh, heart, I remember when she was all the world to me. Now pride is standing strong where lovers used to be. It's begging me to go, but I just figured out pride ain't got a clue of what love is about. So heart, hold on. Don't let me say goodbye. You're the only one that could change my mind. Change my mind. I could let her go. I could have watched love die. So hard, hold on. Heart, stay strong. I can't eat those notes. Hold on and keep this love alive. Hear that tension? Na, na. If you want to get real fancy. La, na, 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 na. Or yeah. So you can see how important the melody is in that song. Absolutely super duper important, right? Delay between stream and talk. Oh. But it keeps the symbols live. Delay between stream and talk. I'm not sure what that means. But okay. Anyway, moving on. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate everything. So you can see the first, you know, the way this song was written was I love the idea of talking to an emotion. Oh, heart, I need to talk to you. You're the only friend I have, which really tells you a lot. I call that high impact writing, where you can say a lot in a few words. When you say you're the only friend I have, right away there's a whole story bursts open, doesn't it? A story that says, oh wow, you're obviously getting, you know, something is painful in your life, and it's probably the girl, and you're probably breaking up, or at least you're fighting, right? You're the only friend I have. Lovers fight, and we've been here before, but it's never hurt so bad. And I did have never hurts this bad, but these are the little tweaks that pros make. They sounds better. It's a O. This is a soft eh. So I liked it better to go, it never hurts so bad. Oh, bad is sweet rather than this bad. Speaking of sweet, look at my darling brought me. So I have to go over here and put it in the microwave, because why? I've been blabbing my head off and I haven't had a chance to sip my coffee. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here. We're going to put it in here. So you can see I'm explaining why I'm talking to the heart. I'm talking to you because you're the only friend I have. We've fought, but it's never hurt this bad. Now, what's the result? What's the result of this fight? My hand's at the door, turning the key, and the hand is now a person as well. So we got 3 people in there. We got heart, who's now a person. We've personified the heart, personified the hand, and we personified pride in the second verse. All right. So let's just and the part and it turns out the hand is working together with pride for me to leave, right? But I'm realizing I really shouldn't leave, you know? Because obviously there's a sense of, you know, there's hope in this song, right? There's hope. There's hope. So, yeah, I love that. The hand's at the door, turning the key, bound and determined on setting me free. So, heart, you've got to hold on. You know, don't let me say goodbye. You're the only one who could change my mind. We can't count on the hand. We can't count on pride, right? I could let her go. I could watch love die. So, heart, hold on and keep this love alive. I love it when songs, you know, they just come together like that. It's like, to me, it's like die and alive were meant to be together in that song. It just has this sense of perfection. You know, I have this theory, which I'm going to share with you right now, that all songs are written in an infinite number of perfect ways. This same idea could be written an infinite number of perfect ways. What I've done is I've heard from the universe, I have heard one perfect way for the song to be. So whenever I'm writing, I always think of that. I think, this song's already written in a number of perfect ways. And of course, it can also be written in an infinite number of imperfect ways. Well, but we don't, we don't, la 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 la, we don't talk about that. We always want to go with the positive energy, even if the song's negative. This song has hope in it, although there's a lot of negativity in it. You can see the guy does not really want to leave. Not really. Not really. Oh my God, that's so good. What am I drinking coffee at 2:34? Why am I doing that? I'm just going to be wired tonight at 3 in the morning. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go, I shouldn't have had that coffee at 2:30. 2:30. Anyway, so I kind of explained this song to you. The melody, I can sing this melody by itself, right? Coffee all the time. Kyle says, coffee all the time. Kyle, thank you. High five. Boom. Coffee all the time. Coffee in the morning, coffee in the evening, coffee at supper time. Stay awake all night, maybe even pull a crime. Probably not a good idea there, that one. Okay. Before we leave today, I want to go over another little thing that we talked about, and that is cliches. Cliches. We've talked about emotional history. Have we done that? We talked about it before. I can just bring it up because this is an emotional section. Emotional history, all this does is it helps you stay focused on what you're trying to sell the audience. In that 3.5 minutes, you're selling them an emotion. All songs sell emotions, whether it be story-driven or emotionally driven or symbolic-driven. Emotions. 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 We are selling emotions. Okay. So what I like to do with myself is I like to think, what's the history of this emotion? And why do I want to think of this? Because I want some lyrics in my song. Just why? I want some lyrics in there. And one of the best ways to justify lyrics and to get good lyrics is to use the element of time. So we have the past, we have the present, and we have the future, and we have the ongoing present, which is something like whenever I, whenever you. That's the ongoing. And that's also very useful. Very useful. So when I think of the history of this song, Hard Hold On, I'll put it up here for you so in case you want the lyrics later, you can pause and get that song. Okay. I wrote it with a wonderful guy named Bill Courier. Great guy. Love Bill. Bill, thank you for such a gorgeous song. I will be forever in your debt. It's one of my favorite ballads that I've ever written in the history of writing. My writing. So emotional history is fantastic. It helps you stay on track. The emotional history of this song would be, when we first got together, I remember how wonderful it was. Everything was so terrific. And then things fell apart, Now in this particular song, I didn't use my emotional history very much. But if you're telling a story song, oh my God, this is so important and so helpful, because you can go back all the way. Which way's back? Okay, that's back. All the way back to birth, then up and up and up. When you were a little boy, what did your mama tell you? You know, on the day I was born, blah, 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 blah. And my mama would tell me, blah, blah, blah. My daddy told me, my grandpapa told me. And when I got my first job, when I got my second job, when I got my dinner, on the weekends, when I like to go fishing, when I do, I love to tap into all of my history that deals and that supports that emotion. All the way up to, and I love this, all the way up to 5 minutes before I started singing. Or maybe just last night before the song came out. Last night I did this, last night I did this, and this morning I was feeling like this, so bling, 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 here's my song. And the same thing goes for the future. Future's over here. Same thing with the future. You know, what am I going to be like 5 minutes from now? What am I going to be like an hour from now? What am I going to be like tomorrow morning, 2 weeks, 5 years? What will I be like? What will I be thinking on my deathbed concerning this topic of we almost are breaking up? Will I be thankful on my deathbed? Well, I'm not, obviously I didn't go there, but you see my point is your emotional history is a wonderful way to tap into this gold mine of lyrics, right? Gold mine. It's just a total gold mine. Emotional history. The other thing we want to talk about, and this will be the last thing for today, is cliches. Because remember we talked about simple, very, very understated language? Well, when you're writing that simple, understated language, what can often happen is we stumble onto and we get caught in cliches. Can we use cliches in songs? You're dang right we can use them. How much do we want to use? Well, we definitely want to be sparse, okay? We don't want to overuse cliches. All right? So, but we do use them. Why? Because, hey, why are they cliches? Because everybody knows them, everybody relates to them. Am I right? So, yes, use them, but use them sparingly. Now, I've got several techniques to get rid of cliches, all right? But first, let me tell you about the sleazy informant, all right? The sleazy informant. Once upon a time, there was a detective, and he's writing a song, right? So I am a detective trying to find the proper lyrics and melody and chords and textures, right? Trying to find all that stuff. So I'm a detective trying to figure this out. Well, I'm at the office late, in my office, and I smell him coming before he even opens the door. This guy, he's a street person. He's foul-mouthed and foul-smelling, right? He comes in and he goes, he walks hand in hand. Their love, he loves her deep in his soul. And he's given me all these cliches. And so he's giving me messages that everybody knows and everybody can relate to. And because they're cliches, they're in what I call the shallow end of the pool, right? They're accessible really easily without thinking very much. They're right up here. You know, it's a little bit rocky, but oh yeah, you got my drift. They're right up here. So I go, oh wow, you have told me in these simple cliches, you've told me what my song's about. But, so here's your, Here's your 20 bucks. Now get out of here. Before you completely stink up my office, and before the other detectives come in and find out that I've been using you, right? A point being, I consider Cliches the sleazy informant, right? Because it tells you in a very recognizable and everyday language that's used all the time, hence the cliche, of what your song is, what you're doing with your song. So in a first draft, you be tapping that shallow stuff that comes into your head really quickly. You know, there it is, all the cliches. So I go through my song, I pay off the sleazy informant, and I go through my song, and let's just say hand in hand, or let's say deep in my soul. I use that because, well, I feel deeply. I could go, let's change it, let's make it mine. So I could say, here in my soul. I could say, lost in my soul. I could even go completely generic and go, here in my heart. What just happened? Here in my heart is really stripped down. Deep in my soul has a certain, gravitas, but it's also used so much. Here in my heart, remember we talked about that confessional thing? Here in my heart has a huh and a huh. Here in my heart. So that's cool. But the other thing it has is it has a stripped down, bare naked honesty to it. That deep in my soul sounds, it sounds cliché-ish. It sounds overused. It sounds a little bit, like contrived. But if I say here in my heart, wow, that doesn't sound contrived anymore. It just sounds like simple, boom, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm emotional. My state of emotion is heightened. I'm like this. Here in my heart, I will love you forever, right? So, sleazy informant, I go through my cliches and I eliminate as many as I can. I can change them slightly. Okay, well, here's how to deal with cliches. So let's say we've got a bunch of cliches. Let's look at where they are and what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What can we do about cliches? I call this cliche busting, all right? We're going to bust some cliches, all right? The first thing we can do is what I just did. We can change them slightly. So rather than deep in my soul, I could have said lost in my soul. I own that. I own lost in my soul. I own that. That's mine. But I'm working off of this cliche that everybody knows, right? Here in my soul. I could just say here in my soul. Lost in my soul. All up in my soul. Down in my soul. Somewhere in my soul. Oh, that's interesting. It's got 2 syllables. Somewhere in my soul. That's kind of cool. I might use that. Don't you use it this morning. Okay. So that's one thing we can do is change the cliche slightly and then we own it. The second thing we can do is just get rid of it. Like I did with here in my heart. Boom. It's gone. No more deep in my soul. It is gone. Peter and Paul and Mary, it's gone. Okay. So we can replace it. That's 2. Number 3 is the cliche sandwich. That means people remember beginnings and endings more than they do middles. And I can give you an example. Try to remember this number. 4, 3, 6, 9, 7, 8, 3. You can remember the first number and the last number, 4 and 3. But it's hard to remember all the middle ones, right? Well, that's just a very simple example of we remember beginnings and we remember endings. So especially endings, but also beginnings. To me, as a songwriter, those things are important. Oh, you did it. 4369783. Oh, very good. Very good. Oh, Kyle, you're a clever little antelope. Yes. Clever. When my students, I give them one that's too long to remember. I go 4, 3, 5, 8, 9, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8, so forth. Yeah. You get what I mean? Yeah. Get what I mean? Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing a sip of coffee. Boom. Oh, boom. All right. So that's a cliche sandwich, I call it. I would have the cliche in the middle of the section of a verse, of a chorus, of a bridge, of a ding, ba boom. I want it in the middle. I don't want to open the song with a cliche line. Oh my God, no. That is like putting your song on a freaking billboard saying amateur, right? Amateur. It even lights up and blinks, right? So I hardly ever, and again, once you become an advanced songwriter, could you open a song with a cliche? Yeah, you could. You can do it. But, if you guys and gals are listening to me, you're probably at the beginning of your writing process, right? So it's just a good idea, at the beginning of your writing process, of your writing path, to try not to open a song or open a section with a cliche. Later, when you figure out the nuances of this thing, you could do it. But it's tricky. It's more of an advanced deal. Like if I was going to say deep in my soul and somebody said you had to open a song with that deep in my soul, what I would say is, first of all, it's an emotional song. So what is the first thing that comes into my brain? Music. Second thing comes into my brain, line rhythm and rhyme scheme. So I could do, so let's do Deep in My Soul. Let's pull it off as the opening line. Deep in my soul, deep in my heart, you know I'll always love you, always love you, deep in my soul. See what I mean? I'm going to make the music just drown out the fact that it is a cliche. I'm going to use my tricks, right? And the other trick would be, make the line lengths, change up the line lengths suddenly, change up the rhyme scheme, make it different, all those tricks, right? So you can do it, but I like to, if I'm gonna have a cliched line, it's easier to just kind of have it buried in the middle of the line of the verse somewhere. You don't notice it as much. Okay, the next one is, and this is dangerous as fall. It's called cliche chaining. When I have my heart in my sleeve, my heart's in your hand. So heart on my sleeve, my heart's in your hand. That's chaining two together to make one kind of original one, right? So it's very tricky. It's very dangerous. I actually know some songwriters that have purposely, and this could be fun for you folk out there, purposely write a song that's all cliches. You will definitely get a laugh because people will start realizing, wait a minute, this songwriter is just doing nothing but cliches the entire time. Bingity bingity boomity bingity bong, right? Yeah. Okay. So you have been properly warned, people. The last thing you can do, repetition. So, deep in my soul. Okay. I could go. Let's put on the famous three-string capo again. I will show it to you. 3-string capo. See, it's got a little notch out there, so the low E can still. It goes on the guitar like this. On the top, going down, and that creates dadgad. So I put my hand, I'm going to play in, by the way, this guitar is tuned down a whole step, so it's tuned down to D. And D stands for deadly. And it also stands for deep. I like that deep. So I've always got that extra deep, and I can even go down to low C by tuning it down. I can tune it down to low C. So I've really got the low. I can really go low. Now I've forgotten what I was going to try to tell you. Can somebody type in what I was going to, what point was I trying to get at? We were talking about, we're talking about, wait a minute, repetition. Okay, so. My soul, deep in my soul. I gotta out of control. Deep in my heart, I always loving you. You see what I mean? Repetition. I love you. Whatever that song is. How about I love you. That's all I have to say until I find a way. What a beautiful melody. Isn't that great? Repetition. Repetition with music, repetition with chords, repetition with lyric. Repetition is a way to sell your cliche. Because you're just pounding it down their throat and they finally go, okay, it's important, I get it. And you get away with it. So there you are. Okay, well, we're kind of done for today. We've done everything we want to do. I've made all the points I want to make. And I've done a few things on the side that, I don't know, they're good, they're bad, they're ugly. Whatever. But I cannot thank you all enough. Thank you, Kyle. Repetition. Yeah, I'll be counting on you, Kyle, to help me make it through the night. Anyway, thank you. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Because of the times we're in, what am I going to say? Namaste away. Namaste away. But not in my heart. Stay close. Stay close. And I'll see you Tuesday. We'll have another topic or not. We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to have some fun, as we always do. So you got your back. Good, good. Thank you, Kyle. Got my back. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me make sure before we sign off that I answered everybody's questions, because I have sometimes people coming on to say hi, and just want to make sure I caught everybody, because the first time I did this, I had an ex-student of mine saying hello, 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 and I wouldn't listen because I was too concentrating on trying to get something across to focus on the stream over here. So anyway, I'm babbling. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you on the flip-flop. Keep it on the double nickel. All right. Remember that double nickel? We used to drive 55. Well, yeah, right. Not. Yeah. Okay, well, see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, y'all. Bye-bye.